Welcome back to Zach Collect Stuff. I have an exciting one, or at least I think it's an exciting one. I'm going to show you some eBay pickups that I've picked up, but I'm also going to show you possibly the most exciting card that I've picked up this year, and I think the story behind it might be more exciting than the actual card itself. So I'm going to show you what I picked up, and hopefully you enjoy this. All right, I'm going to jump right into it. Start off with a pretty cool eBay pickup that I got. It's a Casey Mize Immaculate 2001 RPA Rookie Patch Auto. You can see the, let me take it out of this sleeve. The patch is super nice on there, nice chunky patch. Autograph is clean, no smudges. Serial number to 49. I picked this up for a song. Like, it was super good price. The problem with thick stock cards, the corners always seem to be dinged, edges always seem to be dinged, and I didn't really see many issues with this one as I was surveying it online. His prices have really dipped lately. I know he missed the second half of the season with injury, and hopefully he comes back just like new or better. Hopefully he's better than new. Hopefully he's Cy Young caliber when he comes back in the next couple of years. So there's that first pickup from eBay. The rest of them really grading, and then I have I'm saving the best one for last. I sent a few cards out to grading. A couple Jeter cards that I really like. Was kind of surprised by this one. I've talked about it in a few of my other videos, but this is one of those foil cards. Foil cards grade extremely hard. And as I looked at this one, I really didn't see too many issues with edge wear. I just love this card. I guess I see some surface issues there now. I did not see those before I sent it in, so not really sure what happened there. Right below the pentacle part over here, as I hit the glare on it, you can see there's more like vertical indentations. So I'm not sure where that came from. But I submitted this because I love this insert. I remember having this insert a long time ago when I was a little kid collecting, and Jeter was one of my favorites. So had to grade that one. I love it. This is obviously just a personal collection card for me. Don't really care what the grade is, but I just like to have it slabbed. It looks nice in the slab, so put that one there. Another personal collection card for me, and I was really surprised this got a 9.5. I love this card. 2011 Topps Series 1. The Cognac Diamond. These cards are so cool. I loved these inserts and the regular silver diamond ones. Really happy with that grade. So pretty cool that I got that on that Jeter, those couple personal collection cards. Another submission here is the 2019 Bauman Chrome, Julio Rodriguez, Bauman first. So I sent that in, got a 9.5 on it. I was hoping for a 10, but 9.5 will do. So he won Rookie of the Year. I sent this out long before that, but he was kind of a big name and as a rookie. And so sent that out, really happy with the grade. If it was a 9.5 or a 10, I'd be pretty excited. So there's that one. I'm not too partial to this one. If it stays in my collection, great. If I sell it at a show, make a little bit of money on it, I'll be okay with that. I pulled that card from a pack. It sat in a binder for a couple years, and I pulled it out at the beginning of 2021, I think, when it started to kind of grow. So, kind of why I'm excited for this video is the next part that I picked up. And months ago, my friend Will and I were we do a comic book day once in a while. I think it was in the summer. We went out to this comic shop over in LaPorte, Indiana that we frequent. There's some pretty cool stuff there, but there's also an antique store about a block down from it. And I picked up a bunch of really good stuff. And I traded a guy. I had a bunch of vintage toys. I had a C-3PO toy carrier, a Batmobile, and then a couple other odds and ends that he would, and a vintage G.I. Joe training station. So I traded that stuff that was taking up a bunch of space. I didn't really have any partiality to it. It was garage sale pickups for me that I kind of wanted to flip. And so when I brought them in, the guy said, here, yeah, this is kind of what I value them at. And this is stuff that I found in his booth. So came up with a bunch of these 1975 Marvel stickers. These, the artwork on them is absolutely awesome. It's beautiful. Like the Hulk here is so good. The Human Torch. And from what I've gathered, it's the monsters here that are kind of a little bit more, like a little bit tougher to find. This is a 74. So there's a mixture of 74s and 75s in here. Well, I don't know. This one says 74 on this side. But on this side, it says 75. So, I don't know. But there's a Thor, Falcon, Doctor Strange, Daredevil, the Dr. Octopus. I absolutely love this one. I wish the green on him was a little bit more vibrant, but super cool there. Khazar, Son of Satan, Shang-Chi, oh, Shang-Li, sorry. Shang-Li Kung Fu, another Human Torch, Doctor Doom. I just love the little sayings there. Dracula 1 and 2. So, Werewolf, Man-Thing, and Frankenstein's monster. So, I picked all these up. He had them priced at like $7 to $10 a piece. And I said, what if I take all of them? Can we just kind of work a trade? And that was all part of that trade package. And then also in his, I'm a huge fan of vintage. Now, I don't buy a ton of vintage because I feel like prices are so inflated on it. But when you find stuff that is 19 or pre-World War II stuff and you find it raw and in the wild, it's too good to be true. But you can kind of tell sometimes when you find something that's great. And I saw this Joe Louis card. I don't know what it is about me and vintage boxing cards, but I really love the poses. I just love the nostalgia of it. And I found this card raw. It was mixed with these Marvel cards and a bunch of other stuff. And I found this card. It was $12. But really, it was part of that trade for the other stuff, so I paid very little for it. I think I traded him all of that stuff, and I gave him $20 for the cards and a couple of comics that I had found that I liked. And so I found this 1935, I think it's called United Tobacco Company, something like that. I think it's something like that. But Joe Louis, world famous boxers. And on the back, you can see here, it's got the German there, world famous boxers, Joe Louis. And when I sent this in, this is what I was hoping for. I knew it wasn't going to grade well. If you look here on the right side, it's got a chunk taken out of it, an indentation. Look in the corners, and the corners are crunched in a couple of them. The coloring of the card itself, I feel like it was just kind of maybe stored in an attic or maybe a smoker. But if you look at it, it's miscut. Another indentation there. So I knew it wasn't going to grade well, if anything, a 1, but I am completely happy with Authentic. The highest grade out there, I believe, is a PSA 4, and that thing is priced at a ridiculous price. Obviously, I haven't done too much research on it, but when I saw it, when I saw this guy there, I had to have it. I thought it was a super cool card. I just put it in the stack of the other cards that I picked up. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to grade it. I paid $20-something to have it slabbed through SGC. Came back Authentic. And I feel like I'm on the right side of this. If I put it in my showcase at shows, people love to talk about it. I got it back just this past weekend, right before my show up in Zeeland, Michigan. I put that video out last week. And my buddy John sent it into SGC through another person for me. And so I got it back from John. I put it in my showcase, and I had 6 or 7 people comment on it, want to see the card. And I feel like even if it never sells in my showcase, people are always going to want to talk about this card. And I feel like the story that I have to go with it is pretty darn cool. So that's why I'm so excited about this one. I feel like this is probably the best pickup that I've had this year. The 1968 and 69 sets that I picked up from a family friend, that's a pretty cool story too, and those are great cards. But this one kind of just, I had no idea what I had in my hands, and I just picked it up because I thought it was a really neat card. And as I sent it out to grading, I started doing some research on it. This thing is one of my favorite cards that I have in my collection. So that's why I'm so excited about this video. I wanted to share this with you guys. I just had to wait for it to come back from grading, and then it sat at my buddy John's house for a couple of months before I could get up to Michigan to get it back from him. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully my excitement is showing, because I really like this one. These cards are really cool. The Jeter cards are going to look great in my collection. The Julio Rodriguez, if I keep it, great. If I sell it, whatever. I'm not a huge Mariners fan or Rodriguez fan. But this one here, this card's almost 90 years old now, and he's one of the greatest boxers of all time. And I have one of his early cards. So this one has been a pretty fun one for me. And the anticipation of being able to show you guys this card, I was pretty excited about it. So I appreciate your views. If you ever have a question about the stuff, if you want to comment on the Marvel stickers that I got here, which one is your favorite? I'm pretty sure my favorite here would be, and I'm going to be a generic comic fan, but I really like the Captain America, the Iron Man. I wish I had the Spider-Man, but the other ones are pretty darn cool. So this stuff is going to be sitting in my collection. I absolutely love it, and I don't plan on moving it unless somebody really wants to pay top dollar for them. So these are pretty cool, and I'm completely satisfied for the amount that I have into them. I traded a bunch of stuff that I wanted out of my house for them. So if you ever have any questions about this stuff, please leave it in the comment section. And if you ever kind of have suggestions for what I should do in the future videos, please let me hear those as well. That would be fun to be able to collaborate with you guys and make some fun content. So I appreciate your views. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll talk to you soon.